Well, I think if you allow me coming here very quickly, it would amount to you not believing what is before the public. The president has categorically said it, that while he's not told anyone, he's going to take off Jega from that particular seat. But you still think, as so many party members of yours, that Professor Jega will be asked to proceed on his terminal leave.
Well,
is there something you have seen, since you say you're speaking in your personal capacity now and as a member of the APC, but not speaking for your party, that you have seen that we haven't actually seen that points to the fact that Professor Jega will be asked to leave?
Now, they say once beaten, twice shy. We have seen spokesmen for the presidency, for the PDP, for the president as a person, who have been in different media houses pushing for the terminal leave issue to be brought to the fore. Now, what we are doing is trying to be cautious and give warnings that Nigerians will not take this kindly. I'm happy that the Senate and the House of Reps are on the same page with my personal opinion, and I believe that of my party, that there's a move to remove Jega. The senators in the APC platform last week in the Senate brought it to the public that there was a move to apply that 3 months terminal leave issue, and it's coming up today. So if we are going to err, let us err on the side of caution, because we have seen in the past where we would be told it will not happen, and it happens tomorrow.
Let's bring a conditionality clause here now. Even if he is to proceed on that particular leave, should you be worried, knowing full well that all that we have asked for as a nation, or all that we thought would be there for us to give us a free, credible, and maybe good election is already on the table? We have the card reader, we have the permanent voter card. Do you think that we should also be worried?
We should be worried because the key thing here will be violated, our constitution. That is very key. You don't get lost on a straight road. You don't cut corners to arrive at a goal. The constitution of the country says this is a tenure appointment. You cannot apply the 3 months terminal leave issue to it. Simple. Every other thing takes second place. The constitution of the land must be adhered to. You don't do that. Now, see the way we are in this country. If you allow it to happen, you have set a dangerous precedence. Like I said earlier, it happened with Ayo Salami. It happened with Sanusi. And they tell you, you can't do anything, you just talk. So we want to stop it now before it happens. Nobody should blame APC for making this cry, because we have seen it in the past, and we know this government has become so desperate. Now, let me just stop bringing a point here. We have seen endorsement galores all over Nigeria, fresh endorsements. This group endorsing, that group endorsing, including witches and wizards endorsing. Then why are they scared of an election?
Well, I think that is Nigeria for you. We've always seen that allow me to come in here, year in, year out. I'm talking about election year in the country. We've always seen all sorts of endorsement, and you just hit it on the head. Even those who claim to be what they are endorse the people, but they all have rights. It brings us to the manifestos of political parties. On this program, we've always asked questions of party members, even those representing parties, to tell us what exactly their manifestos are about. Now, we have heard so much about manifestos, but just the way we have asked this morning that we want to see INEC display further about logistics, tell us more on how you think some of the manifestos of your party will be actualized.
I'm happy you come to this point. Now, this is the APC manifesto. I hope you can see it. This is the APC manifesto in brief. Now, like I said earlier, I'm not speaking for the party, I'm speaking for myself. The people to implement this manifesto, the various aspects, are there to do it. But I am an administrator. I know in administration, when they're giving you a job schedule, they tell you there's a last item, any other assignment that will be given to you from time to time. For me, that other assignment is the issue of subterfuge and lies. One thing the APC will not do is to lie to the Nigerian people. We will not take Nigerian people for granted. Now, as we speak now, we have fuel scarcity in the land. Yesterday, unfortunately, the PDP national chairman. And we're telling Nigerians that the APC is the cause of the fuel scarcity, only to have the PPRA secretary saying that it's because of the fall of the naira, the value compared to the dollar. Now that is telling lies to the people. We are in a country where today we are on generator. As we speak now, we have 170 million Nigerians. Now let's just use, for the sake of this debate, this discussion, that we have 100 million generators. If you have each gen spending 10 naira per day on generators, that is 10 billion naira in smoke every day. 10 naira, I told you. Don't forget hospitals, schools, shopping malls, and the rest of that spend thousands of naira every day. We have over 100 billion being burnt away every day. What do we get from government? Lies. We have this, we have that. Now, we don't even have the gas. The commission Olonishogo last 2 weeks. Where is the gas to run that plant, for Christ's sake? None. Now, APC will not govern this country by subterfuge and lies. If APC tells you good morning, be assured it is good morning. Under this government, they tell you good morning, it could be midnight. We will not do that. And talking about the manifesto once more, not only do we have the various policies that we want to bring out, we have strategies to achieve them. Spelled out. National security policies, strategy to achieve that. Good governance policies, strategy to achieve that. Corruption.
Okay, now you have the paper there. Strategies to achieving some of those. I don't have a copy of your manifesto. If you can also, because Nigerians would love to know how you aim to achieve, well, sorting out our security challenges. Since you have the manual, you said it is the manifesto in brief. So briefly, if we can get something out of the page on security and how they can achieve that, I think Nigerians would love to hear about that.
Get our young men employed. Get them what to do. And the minister in the church of my church, I see young men with a lot of energy and capacity, but no wherewithal, no facility, nothing on the ground for them to do. So one short way to quickly end this insurgency is to get our young men employed. They have nothing to do. We have millions, over 70 million. Nigeria is the third largest population of unemployed youths in the world. Get them job to do. Let's have infrastructure, let's have light. That is one key way to end everything, because these young men, they have nothing to do, no future, no home. They go home, father has been sacked from work, mother's shop demolished, elder brother in university, elder sister finished university, no job. What do they do? So one key way to end that is to get our young men engaged.
Let me ask you, Mr. Monidafe, which of those items in the manifesto strikes you the most?
The youths. They are the future of this country. Without the youths, you have no future. We must get our youths properly engaged. What I see on Facebook, the comments I hear, the language I hear our youth speak, breaks my heart. I finished secondary school in 1975. The English I learned in secondary school will compete far above those of master's degree holders today. So get our youths engaged. That's the key. I have a passion for youths. The future of this country belongs to the youths. If we don't have youths ready to take over, we cannot have a future. So for me, personally, get the youths doing the right things and Nigeria will be a better place.
What then are some of the strategies in the document about unemployment?
Unemployment?
Yes.
For me, I say again, personally for me, get light. Let's have power all over the place. If you have power, you have youths who will not become employees, but employers. Instead of going to pay 1,000 naira to get an immigration job, you have a youth that will open up a barbing salon, that will do things that will make him an employer. My son runs a travel agency business. He cannot get facility from a bank. Now, get banks to give small and medium-scale industries people loans, not to have one man going to donate 5 billion in an appeal fund for a campaign. 5 billion naira that can turn around a whole village, a whole dynasty.
All right, since you're talking about power supply, what is wrong with the power sector roadmap that has been launched, and they say they're working and implementing that as we speak?
Well, unfortunately, I cannot answer that, Chamberlain. What I know is that we sold our our power plants to individuals who are now coming back cap in hand to beg for money from the government to assist them to run these plants. And in doing that, we're not seeing light, but the charges are getting higher every day.
I thought they said that it was privatized and investors invested in it, and so they're all working to make sure that those plans come to fruition and not that they sold them to individuals.
Well, come to fruition, we had to see anything after almost 9 months.
Processes, didn't we?
Come again?
The bidding process was publicized. You said they sold it to individuals. It was a publicized method. People bidded for it, and those who qualified won. So how could you say they sold them to individuals?
The former minister was removed because of personal interests, we're told. Do you know how many other personal interests were not exposed? The former minister before Nebo was removed. Give me his name again. He was removed. Bat Naji was removed. So if his own personal interest was exposed, how many others are hidden? This was sold to individuals who are close to government.
All right, thank you very much indeed for speaking with us today. Mr. Sonny Monidafe is a member of the APC and he's of the Contact and Mobilization Committee of the Buhari Campaign Organization. We'll be back after the break. Join us again.